A bowl of comfort awaits. The chunky vegetable and tender egg noodles in this savory homemade chicken noodle soup will fill your belly and soothe your soul. It's a dinner that must be made from scratch and to taste, since that can be hard. That can be fun to adapt what you have on hand, so it makes this recipe great to try out as well. Heather Smith is sharing a family recipe that she learned from her father, and you have some cute helpers in the kitchen today.
I have the real pros, the people who are really making this.
Who's this?
This is my niece Josie and my daughter Sage.
Hi Sage, you guys ready to upstage your mom and me both in the kitchen and show us how this is done? First, give us a little background on this recipe. We love that it's been a family treasure that you're sharing with us.
Yes, this is like one of those recipes that, you know, you think of someone, you're like, oh, my dad always did this or something like this. So oftentimes I'll come into work and my dad has a pot, and I'm not joking. It's this big around and this tall. And I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just making soup for a few people.
Oh.
But his favorite thing is to make something that he loves to do and then gives it to people.
Yeah.
And so this is just something that we all, like when people ask Sage, like, what's your favorite food? Oh, Bonka's chicken noodle soup. So
Bonka, is that what they call it?
Yes, Grandpa.
I love it.
Yes, so this is something that is very dear to our family, and everyone that has it is like, oh, now I see why, because it's delicious and it just tastes like home.
Food is memories.
It is, it is. And February, we're focusing on love and food and bringing everyone into the kitchen, so we thought, what better way to do it than with our dad's chicken noodle soup.
And I have to say, I'm always so touched by your family legacy, the way food has been part of your family through the Orson Gigi brand as well. That's so, how many generations?
So I'm fourth, and so yes, it's wonderful to see it continuing with these guys because they love it too.
All right, they look ready to get busy.
They are, yeah. So there's a few things that my dad is always insistent with his chicken noodle soup that we'll kind of talk through. Then we'll get down to the noodles because that's really everyone's favorite part.
Okay, okay.
So the first thing is his chicken. I know a lot of people like to boil their chicken and do that, but he actually grills it.
Oh, wow.
So he'll grill it even the day before or something like that, and then gets it cool, and then we'll put it into the chicken.
Is that a flavor thing or a texture thing?
It adds way more flavor, and it just gives different flavor notes in there so that it's not just the same flavor that you're putting in your base of your soup. So you're seasoning your chicken beforehand and then grilling it and then putting it in there. So you've got different ways to get other flavors in there.
Already this is unique and different to me.
Yes, and so sometimes we're like, oh no, one more thing, but it's just a quick, easy step, and you've already got a grill, or you got George Foreman or something that you can just throw it in there.
Okay.
The second is this chicken base that we sell. It's honestly the best thing out there for your flavors. And so it's just a thick, concentrated chicken flavor, and we just put that into the broth, and then it gives you such good flavor. It also has some salt in there, so you don't have to, add more salt or things like that. But this really gives you an amazing flavor.
So fair to say that's your secret ingredient.
And except the noodles.
And the noodles. Okay, we're not going to shortchange these cute kitchen helpers.
No, and the noodles are something fun. That's why we brought the kids to show. This is a great way to incorporate them into the kitchen, get them involved, because then they can remember, like we've got some fun shapes or things like that. Oh, I cut this noodle. Yeah. And they'll go through it as they're eating it.
Try to find it.
And
okay, all right, how do we do this?
Okay, so Josie here has how much flour?
I have 1 cup of flour.
Okay.
And then 2 eggs.
What do you do with the eggs?
You grab the eggs. You can first you just sort of shape the flour as a bowl. You just crack the eggs, pour them in, then you start stirring with a fork.
Did you crack those eggs too? You probably could have, even if you didn't, huh?
We gave her a little help.
Gentle stir. I love how that flour has become your bowl. That's pretty cool.
And from here, you're just trying to incorporate it into your eggs. And if it gets out, it's okay, right?
Mm-hmm. Because anyways, it's just sort of making a quick some dough.
Dough, there it goes. I love it. Good job.
And from here, you're going to mix it till it's all together, and then it comes out to be a bowl like this.
Okay.
And then we'll put that in the fridge, let that get cool, and then bring it back out, and then we have rolled it out, and Sage is going to show us how we do it.
Okay, so you kind of want to go in like a straight line.
Okay. Oh, that's a good look at you. That's a really straight line.
And then sometimes you want to dust it off because sometimes there's a lot of flour.
Okay.
So you kind of dust it off.
So a little flour is okay. You just don't want too much. Okay.
And then if it's a little bit long like this, sometimes you can cut it in half so it's not so long.
So these are the noodles that will actually go in the soup. So this is where your mom was saying you can make any shape you want, right?
Yeah. And then if you have some shapes like this.
I was just going to say, can you do a B for Brooke? How about a G for Gigi? That's even better. There it goes. So you can make alphabet chicken noodle soup, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Can I try one with you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
And when you go to cook your noodles, you want to cook it separate from your soup. So we have a pot of boiling water here that you'll just cook them so that extra flour doesn't go into your soup and make it kind of cloudy and extra starchy. Okay. And so we've got a pot, you just put them in there, let them cook for a few seconds, and then you can add them directly into your soup. And sometimes we'll even add some of that base to cook the noodles in, so it gives it a little bit more chicken flavor.
Extra flavor. I like where you're going with this. And I love that they've proved how easy this can be. I think homemade noodles, that concept sounds so daunting, but you step it out like this and you realize it's pretty simple.
Flour and eggs. Everyone has flour and eggs.
We can pull that off.
Yes.
You guys, thank you so much. You were fantastic. You were great. Come back sometime, okay?
Okay.
This is so fun to see the family recipes shared from generation to generation, and now they make our way into our recipe books as well. And you constantly share recipes, I know, on your newsletter. How can we sign up for that?
You just go to our website, scroll down to the bottom, you can join it there, but we're sending out weekly emails sharing some of our favorite things that we do in the kitchen.
I love it. What a great one to do that. Heather, thank you so much. Thanks, girlie. It's really fun.